Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Let's take a quick look at the markets. It's overstretched, getting further stretched. It's like an elastic that has been pulled to the very extent. So we don't know what's going to happen, but there are some things that are definitely happening the way we thought it would. I'll talk about all that and more. Let's get started. Welcome back, friends. The first thing I'd like to do is to go into the fear and greed index. We'll start from there and we'll keep this quick. We'll cover both genomics as well as AI. Well, the fear and greed index shows that we are in extreme greed. And this is also one of the reasons why I'm not in the leveraged products, because being in leveraged products in extreme greed is very dangerous. Things can go horrible very quickly. So I'm out, no regrets. Looking at the stock map, you would see that the rotation has definitely taken place. Everything was almost red yesterday, with the MAG 5 being absolutely green. But now you can see, for the first time, you are seeing that NVDA has gone negative, and AMD is also negative. Apple is negative. Amazon is negative. Even the mighty Berkshire is on the negative. So things are not looking that great. And I had recently done a video on Google versus Microsoft. So I was of the opinion that Google still has got a little more strength, because in terms of PE multiples, it's not yet where Microsoft is. Of course, there are a lot of qualitative issues which help Microsoft be a better company because of ChatGPT, the way they announced it, and how Bard has been performing. But overall, Google still has strength. So it's still in the green. It's on its way up. But I think overall, MAG5 didn't do that great a job today. And money definitely flowed into the biotech sector. And we'll find that when we go into our TradingView platform. Let's look at the TradingView platform. I am in Nasdaq futures, and I'm looking at Nasdaq futures. It's absolutely flat. Nasdaq futures is flat. And this is the candle for the open market, which is still open after the regular trading hours have closed. So it was a bit positive when I started the recording, but it's going down slowly. We'll check it once more if possible, if I remember, before we close this session. Let's go to the indicators where we have QQQ, which was up 0.19%, and post-market it's flat, and it's still in the bull channel that we had created. It's still got support not only from the 9-day exponential, but also from the horizontal line of support, which is at 429.59. And it seems to me that it has got still more steam left for tomorrow, because RSI is not overbought. Our VIX had gone down further today. This is good. S&P 500 was up 0.04%. Post-market it's down minus 0.1%. And RSI is just about 70%. So there could be a little bit more steam left in SPY. Dow Jones has got room left on the RSI to move up further. It went up 0.18% today. And then post-market, it's down minus 0.04. US dollar index is flat, and I think it's 0.09% up. And it's kind of consolidating out here. It's not made much of a move since yesterday. Russell's is up 1.52%. Post-market, it's up another 0.06%. This is a good showing for Russell. And we have a resistance here at 197.07, which is holding. And if we go to US oil is flat post-market. And during the day, I think it went up. But right now, I think it's flat. So I would say that this is the candle for the day. I can see that this is for the 8th. So we started the day somewhere around 73.95, and we went up all the way up to 76. So there was a heavy gain for US oil today. And post-market, it is flat, and it's being supported by the 100-day exponential moving average, which is this yellow line. So oil is moving from strength to strength. I'm going to show you another line out here, which is going to tell you that we are in a bull channel. It's a gradual bull channel, but it is a bull channel nevertheless, with multiple points of touch. So this is good for oil. Put-call ratio is bullish. And I think almost bullish. I think 0.7 is where it is really bullish, but it's tending towards bullish. Definitely not bearish, so that's good. The number of companies supporting the rally is hovering around the 60 plus mark. So it's not changed much. The broad range support is not that high. Now let's go on into genomics. In genomics, CRBU went up 4.14%. And we have plenty of room on the RSI to go up further. The direction changed from yesterday. So the profit taking was over. Now people are back into it again, supported by the 9-day exponential. And if we look at VERV, VERV was up 7.85%. I was dubious of VERV yesterday because the momentum was below average, but it has picked up and it has got to go above average and continue moving upward for it to continue having price increases. So right now it's looking good. Prime was up 3.54%. It's managed to go above the, I think I want to pull this a bit aside, 6.69, which is the 9-day exponential moving average. So it's gone above that. It's at 6.73. So that's another good one. And DNA has done extremely well. It went up by a handsome 6 cents. So my DNA holdings are looking good. I have around 500 or 600 of them. So it's starting to look a bit good. Am I going to sell it? No, it was speculative. I'm going to wait until we go somewhere near 1.37, and at that time I'm going to sell it off. Then we have the momentum, which is just moving upward. This is good, but it has become above average for it to do well. And I'm going to draw a line of support out here. Sorry, this is not the line I wanted. Yeah. So this is the bull channel that I see for DNA. Next, PACB was up 3.64%, gaining some of the what it lost yesterday, but momentum is still weak. A lot of things to happen. We have earnings also coming up on 15th of Feb, so there will be a bit of jitters. Bionanogenomics was up 5.36%. That's amazing, but it got pushed down by the horizontal line of resistance at 1.25. And also it somehow managed to break above the 9-day exponential moving average. So it's sandwiched between the 9-day exponential, which is at 1.17, and with this horizontal line of resistance, which is at 1.25. So that's the story of Bionanogenomics eking out a survival. IMTX was up 1.35%, pushed down by the 9-day exponential moving average and the 20-day exponential moving average. Momentum is looking good. Tomorrow should be good for IMTX in my opinion. ARKG was up 2.82%, but got pushed down by the horizontal line of support. NTLA was up 27.47%, again pushed down by the 50-day exponential moving average, which is this blue line of a blue wavy line that we see out here. And CRISPR Therapeutics was up a handsome 4.71%. All the way to 68, almost tantalizingly close to 70. Friends, as I said, it moved out of this bullish pennant and is moving from strength to strength. Now, this resistance at 66.49 has been converted into a support. Now, our next resistance comes in at 70.34. Very well done by CRISPR Therapeutics. And we are also seeing that CRISPR Therapeutics has got more room on the RSI before it gets overbought. And also, friends, you will see that I'm marked for comparative performance of QQQ against CRISPR Therapeutics. Sorry, CRISPR Therapeutics against QQQ. QQQ was lagging CRISPR Therapeutics, and now it's trying to catch up. So this is also a good sign for us. Next, look at Editas, which was up 0.84%, pushed down by the 9-day exponential moving average, a perfect doji candle. Indecision out there, and momentum is also very weak. So it's all market sentiment. As I said yesterday, everything that is red is going to become green, and those which are mildly green may either stay green or may go red. So we got the best case scenario, everything is green. So tomorrow you can expect that half or more than half of them are likely to be red, especially the ones which have heavy gains today are likely to go into the red. Illumina was up 0.27, and it's still below the 9-day exponential moving average. And momentum is also looking good, and we have the earnings that has come in. I think I'll have to make a video on Illumina. They have outperformed on both EPS as well as revenue. They outperformed the EPS significantly because the estimate was 0.013 and they came in at 0.14. And as far as revenue is concerned, they were expected to come in at 1.08 billion. Instead, they came in at 1.12 billion. That was a 3.1% gain. However, post-market, I see a drop of 3%. I'll have to investigate that, whether the earnings data I have here is correct or not, because with this kind of performance, I would not expect Illumina to go down. There could be a data entry mistake. That estimated EPS was 0.13 instead of 0.13. Even then, if it was 0.13, they came in 1 cent above. So something is wrong out here in this picture. Let us see if there is any news out here. Illumina forecast flat 2024 sales as sluggish demand drags on. So that is the reason why it has fallen. But I don't suspect this is going to be a long term, because this is a different story for Illumina, my friends, in my opinion, not for financial advice. But my personal opinion is that the Illumina shares were depressed because of Grail. Grail is going to get resolved. That is the main theme out here. Whether the outlook is flat or not is going to be negated by the fact that a huge albatross will be lifted off the shoulders of Illumina with the disposal of Grail. We are already coming towards middle of February. So we are just looking at another 3.5 to 4 months before Grail is gone. So it's a good news story for long-term investors. This could be an opportunity to pick up. That's what I would say. And Beam Therapeutics was down, was up 1.96%. And momentum is also looking good. It can continue this performance tomorrow. Bluebird was up a handsome 12.22%. And I can see that it gained 11 cents. My Bluebird holdings were all sold off, and then I bought it back again, but I bought it at a slightly higher rate, so it was negative. I don't think I'm still in the clear. I'll have to check my portfolio. I haven't checked it in a while for Bluebird. Let me get back to you on that tomorrow. Allogene is up 5.30%, and it's looking phenomenal. I was wrong in evaluating Allogene when they dropped some therapies and they changed the focus. I think the market likes the change in focus. I was totally wrong about Allogene. It's doing great. In fact, the RSI is so overbought that I think it will have to cool down. And in the process, it has crossed over all the exponential moving averages and converted them into a support. And we are looking at a huge cup out here. And if it comes down to cool down the RSI, we could potentially see a handle. And if that happens, I would do a special video on Allogene. With that, my friends, I would like to give you my overall outlook for our genomic stocks. I think the genomic stocks are all moving along with the market sentiments that are susceptible to rotation. So the greens that we see today are not stable. We may see a lot of reds tomorrow. That's par for course. So just be careful. And if I find any good shares in our watch list, genomic watch list that are range bound, I will let you know in a separate video. I have seen a few, but I don't have the confidence to call them out. So I need a little more time. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have that video out. With that, my friends, let's go on to look at AI. Here we are in the AI watch list with our focus on NVIDIA. NVIDIA for the first time was down minus 0.65. I wouldn't say first time, it's been down a few times, but it has gone up so meteorically that you never see a red day. Even though you see some red candles out here, it's all increments. And the only reason why they are red is because they opened way high and then came down. So except for day before, I think we have had mostly green days. So this is something that hangs on FNGU, which is why FNGU, after going up, came back down again. I sold at 311. I lost my nerve, and I'm okay with it because there's a good chance that NVIDIA might continue its downtrend because it's very overbought. So if that happens, because the numbers are huge, I think FNGU is going to fall much harder. So when it goes down, I would be happy to pick it up. And next, if you look at AMD, AMD also dropped minus 0.93, but it's in a bullish pennant. So it has already cooled off, and its momentum is also pretty decent, but it's not pointing in the right direction. So if this pennant gives us support for tomorrow, then I'm expecting that we are going to see some pennant action, which is going to push it on the upper side, and we'll see further rise in AMD value from a technical perspective. In a fundamental sense, many analysts are saying AMD is very overvalued, but I don't know. Let's look at Google. It was up 0.37%. Google is staying above the 9-day exponential moving average. plenty of room in the RSI to move up. Momentum is also pretty good. It's above average. And QQQ has underperformed, Google has underperformed the QQQ, so it's trying to catch up. So everything is in favor for Google. And if you look at Microsoft, it was up 0.01%, just barely managing to stay there, almost close to being overbought. And it's got support from all exponential moving average, looking pretty strong. Meta was up 0.09% during the day, and it's overbought and it needs to cool down. That is the story for Meta. Amazon was down minus 0.40%, but I think the RSI has just about managed to cool, so tomorrow it could be a green stock. Apple was down minus 0. Apple was down minus 0.58%, and it has fallen below the diagonal line of support of the bull channel, and post market also it's down minus 0.05. FNGU is up 0.44 post market, and during the day it was up 0.84, but it went up significantly during the day and then it fell, and it has traded in a narrow range during the day. So that's the story of FNGU, and mostly it has been affected by NVIDIA and AMD. Next, if you look at ASML, it was up 0.08%. Post market is down 0.09%, giving up all the gains it had during the day. Very, very overbought. So time for it to come down. Palantir was up again, third consequent day, it was up 3.86%. And it's got a gain of 91 cents, ended at 24.51. I am still trying to understand what the hell Palantir does. It has got something to do with AI. I don't know what they do. I have tried to read many times, but I don't understand it. So if any of our users, if any of our viewers know that, please put it in the comment section. INTC, Intel was down minus 0.65%. And I think momentum is also looking very weak, and it's underperforming QQQ. BAIDU was down 2.02%. Chinese stocks are having a tough time. Intuit was up 1.54%. Post market it was up again another 0.30%. Overall, I think the RSI has plenty of room to go up further before it gets overbought, looking good. Adobe was flat after hours. It's gone up 0.14%. So that's where we are. Adobe has the chance of doing better tomorrow if the momentum picks up. So that kind of brings us to an end of the AI watch list. So AI is the flavor on top of cloud. So anything that has got cloud plus AI is going to do well. So I'm thinking that technology sector, especially the big tech, which are into both AI and cloud, is where I would like to have exposure, and other places I wouldn't. And FNGU is what I'll use to get a lot of money, profits gathered during the bull trends, and sit back with cash rest of the time. That's my strategy if I can have the discipline. So far I have been good this year and I'm in profit this year overall. I'm not realizing any accrued losses. And my plan for tomorrow again is to watch how the futures are looking like. I'm going to watch especially NVIDIA, how it is doing. And I would be watching Tesla, and I would be watching the MAG 6 to get a gauge of what's happening, especially pre-market and into the first 5 minutes. And then I will take a decision on whether I want to get in with another 30 FNGU again, and see if I can ride a little bit of bullishness and take some money out of the market. So that's my plan. What's your plan? Please put it in the comment section so that I can also get an idea. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.